Hi guys, it's Carissa and I'm so excited to share this amazing product with you. I did mention it before and did an unboxing in a previous video. It was prior to having our daughter and I will link that below in case you're curious and want to see how it arrives when it shows up at the house. But here it is. It has gotten a ton of use, daily use in our home. When you first see the beautiful photos of it online, on social media, with sweet little babies sleeping in it, I know that the first thought you have is, how will this work into my daily life? Am I gonna get value out of it for the price? And can I live without it? Is this going to be something that I could use another product for? And holding this right now in my arms, I can tell you right now that there's nothing else like this, at least not that I've experienced or that I've seen. And it has meant so much to us in our home, and I'm really excited to share with you that not only am I going to tell you about all of our experiences with it today, but I will tell you how you can receive $10 off your first Dockatot purchase, and I will have that info linked below the video for your reference as well. Now, whether or not you plan to co-sleep your child, you very well could find yourself doing just that. And co-sleeping has meant different things to different people over the years, and I will tell you right now that I was one of the first people to have a lot of words about it before I ever even became pregnant. I looked at this as insurance. I thought, if it comes down to the fact that I won't get any sleep unless she's in our bed, because I think that's truly how co-sleeping ends up starting for a lot of people, especially those who are like me and think that they'll never ever do it. This is the way to do it safely, and this is the way to do it where I actually get sleep rather than jolting awake every few seconds, fearful that I'm going to crush the baby or pull a blanket over her face and not realize it. But let me show you some of the features that make it so safe and secure and make me feel comfortable falling asleep with our baby in our bed. This is a true naysayer who has become a believer. First of all, there is this bottom cushion here. It's almost like a mattress. Okay, so this goes across the entire frame of the Dockatot. It's the whole bottom. And I hope mine's not dirty. We take it all over the place. And this cushion all along the outside is so important because it serves as a bumper. So if you put this between you and your partner, way up by your heads, by your pillow, it'll line up sort of about here with your face, and you really can't roll over onto it. And even if you wanted to sling your arm up over and sort of comfort the baby that way, there's still a good distance between you and the child. And what I love about it, and I've talked about this many times in previous videos, and I've called it a dedicated sleep station, and that's exactly how I see it. It's a consistent, comfortable, very portable item. For those of you who've realized that your baby doesn't want to sleep anywhere but in your arms just because of how secure and safe it feels, that's what I feel that this provides. When you can't be holding your baby, this is going to give them that experience. The bumpers on the side make it feel sort of enclosed, and it makes them feel like they're being held or hugged. And then they don't have that sensation as often, at least anyway, of jolting awake because they're not supported. And what's so great about this is they'll get used to the scent of it, they'll get used to the feel of it, and any room you bring it in, any other person's house you take it to, it gives them this space that's always theirs. Now, while you're doing your research, use of this product varies from place to place. So there are similar products in other countries that are designed for use in bassinets, for example, or cribs. But the United States has much more strict regulations on sleep products designed for infants. And there is another size. I have the deluxe, which is the smaller model. There's the Dockatot Grand, which is a size up, which is for toddlers, and that can be used to transition them into a bed from a crib. So that's sort of the same concept. And I think that if she's used to sleeping in this, even if it's for short periods during the night in our bed, because right now she can't stay on her back for very long, she gets really fussy. But there's no other place where she'll sleep on her back other than the Dockatot. So even though it's a very temporary solution for any length of sleep for her, it's still the best place to put her flat on her back and to get her to go to sleep. We used to try putting her in the bassinet in her pack and play, and I don't even bother with it anymore because she only sleeps for 15 minutes at the most. But she'll go much longer stretches, hour-long stretches in the Dockatot. It's my belief that she might have a very, very mild reflux, but her doctor doesn't think it's bad enough to medicate her for it. So that is the reason why I think that she doesn't do better than she does sleeping on her back. But I'm so grateful for the fact that at night, you know, we can get into the bed with her, we can have a little bit of time with her. Mike will read her a story usually, and then I'll end up putting her in her rock and play sleeper because it's slightly elevated. There is a clip at the bottom of the side bumpers so that you can open it up and it will grow with your child so that they're able to stretch their legs out a little bit further. Our little one is only in the 25th percentile for height at her age right now. She's only 2.5 months old though, so she's got quite a bit of time to grow into this. The other feature that I love about this, I mean, there isn't really anything I dislike. I love that there's handles on the top and the side. A lot of the time, what I'll do is when we're done using it somewhere, I'll just lean it up against the wall on its base with the handle upright. So if I'm walking from room to room and I'm carrying the baby, I can just grab it by the handle and bring it in any other room with me up and down the stairs. Sometimes this is the only way I get to go to the bathroom hands-free during the day, which is really nice. I just grab it and toss it on the floor in our bathroom. Turning the laundry over, if I have to run outside for any reason, we have hens, so if I have to run outside and water the hens or feed them, or if one of them jumps the fence, I can stick her in this on the floor and I know that she is going to be comfortable and safe. It's just such a relief to have something like this around that's so easy to carry. She does have, you know, she's so fortunate to have different swings and different seats of all different types in our home, but most of them would be really cumbersome and I wouldn't be able to carry them and her at the same time. So the fact that I can do that with this makes it a winner every time for any situation when I'm going room to room. The cover zips off very easily and it is machine washable. It washes so nicely and you can get all different covers and interchange them. I picked this Dreamweaver print because I just liked how classic it was and I thought it wouldn't clash too much with all of her different colored clothing when I take photos of her. Yes, that was a consideration I made when I picked this print out, but they have such really fun ones, fun colors, and there are limited edition prints that come out from time to time, and I definitely think it wouldn't hurt to have an extra. If you register for this for a shower, I would recommend registering for an extra cover as well so that while it's being washed, you can still continue to use it. You can use this product with such confidence though. The fabric itself is 100% breathable, it's Ecotech certified, and it's not made with harmful chemicals, so you can really be confident and comfortable in using this product. It's also hypoallergenic and it's non-heat harboring, which is such an important factor when you're talking about SIDS risk. So one of the only complaints, really the only complaint I could ever think of that I had with this is that it is cool to the touch. So say our daughter has been sleeping and I'm holding her and I want to lay her down in this. Sometimes the fabric itself feels quite cool compared to the rest of the room, the temperature of the room, for example. So when I did some research on that, I realized it's because this fabric is designed to not hold and harbor heat and create a risk. So I think that's fantastic. It does wake her up for a second when I put her down. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll just place my hand where I intend to place her head in a moment and sort of rub my hand over the fabric and warm it up just a little bit. But you have to lay them down immediately after, because if you lift your hand up, that heat goes right away, and it's designed to do so. And on that note, when it comes to comfort and relaxation and just positive connotations for a really young baby, tummy time can be a sensitive subject. There are a lot of babies who just hate it, they cry, they fight it, but it is necessary. The bumpers on the Dockatot are perfect for tummy time. I just use the bumpers at the top and I curl her arms over it, and she honestly doesn't seem to mind it. I think it's because it's just so comfortable. When we do tummy time flat on the floor, a lot of times she'll just push her head forward. Even if I use one of the little tummy time pillows, the little banana shaped pillows, she'll just put her face directly on the floor and her hands down and fuss. But these bumpers are so large and comfortable that I think it just feels nicer for her to lay on it, and it elevates her head just enough so that she can see more of the room. And I think that is essential in giving her the amount of tummy time she needs per session. So as I mentioned, the Dockatot comes in 2 different sizes, the deluxe and grand. You always want to start with the deluxe. It doesn't matter how large your baby is. Make sure that you check out the dimensions and the suggestions for height and weight. You want to start with the deluxe and move up to the grand as needed. And all of the reviews that I've read about people who go on to purchase the grand are because they just love the deluxe so much and they can't imagine themselves without it. And if you have another child in the future you can use it with, that's even better. So you can hold on to it. They do arrive in a really nice container that you can use as a carrying case, but they also sell carrying cases specifically for the Dockatots now, along with the interchangeable covers, which are so nice to have, you know, because spit up happens. If you have any questions for me, please leave them below. I'll do my best to answer them. I will also link to the frequently asked questions section on the Dockatot website, so you can check that out as well. Please check out the Dockatot Instagram. There are frequently giveaways, and they're just beautiful photos, which we have felt really honored to have been featured there as well. So I'd love to share that with you. If you just love beautiful photography and cute pictures of babies, you'll absolutely adore that. And don't forget to use my link below so that you can receive $10 off your first Dockatot purchase. It's one of those things you just don't know how much you need until you have it. I would like to thank Dockatot for making this video possible, and thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.